This state is really getting back to normal. See which part of the area will be almost restriction-free in just a matter of weeks.
It felt like May today, but it'll be the April showers back tonight. Timing it out for you.
Thieves on the loose, the sly way police say these women are getting away with thousands in jewelry.
This is News 4 Now for April 20th. I'm Rana Novini. We have a developing story out of Long Island. At least 3 people have been shot inside of a supermarket. We know one of the victims has died. It happened at the Stop and Shop in West Hempstead. Schools nearby were sent into lockdown. It's believed to be a workplace violence-related shooting. It happened in a manager's office on an upper floor. Gabriel DeWitt Wilson, a one-time employee, has been identified as the shooter. Shoppers inside clearly shaken.
Do grocery shopping. I was in the produce department. I heard, I guess, the shots fired, maybe 4 or 5 shots, and then everybody started running around upstairs where the offices are. I just stopped shopping. I kind of got together with some of the other people who were in the store. We just sort of all banded together, and we were trying to figure out, in the produce department, there are places to hide under the counters. So we were just trying to figure out if the shooter came along, that we had a place to go. Just couldn't believe that something like that would happen here in West Hempstead.
A few hundred people were inside the store at the time. Police believe the gunman was targeting employees. In a statement, Stop and Shop says the store will remain closed until further notice, and their hearts go out to the families of the victims, our associates, customers, and first responders.
It's the most aggressive step forward in the road to recovery in the tri-state. Connecticut will relax all restrictions for businesses in less than a month. Governor Ned Lamont announced the state plans to phase out almost all of the COVID restrictions on May 19th. That means businesses from bars and restaurants to salons can open without capacity limits or curfews. The state is encouraging people to get vaccinated, and masks will still be required, but indoors only. And despite the state's move, some businesses still plan to keep some restrictions in place.
It's going to be up to the client, and that's going to have a lot to do with how well the message gets out.
I think we are gonna go after the consumer, after my customers, and see their reaction.
I think it's great news. I think it's long overdue. Yeah. We can't wait to have less restrictions.
The new rules will come in 2 phases. First, the restaurant curfew will extend to midnight on May 1st. Then by May 19th, all business restrictions go away and no masks will be required outside. And if you've been fully vaccinated, you won't have to wear a mask indoors either. New York is also easing restrictions a little bit. Starting next Monday, museums and zoos can increase to 50% capacity. Movie theaters go up to 33%. And next month, indoor arenas can hold 25% of their usual capacity. That change will start May 19th, just in time for NBA playoffs.
Having everyone here working towards really collectively towards getting their real jobs back is something that's really special to watch.
New steps to get Broadway back up and running. The new Times Square vaccination hub set aside for the Broadway community is now accepting walk-ins. It's manned by many of those who are out of work as Broadway theaters remain closed. Now they're being paid. It's one of dozens of vaccine centers across the city open to the public for walk-in appointments.
Some people were mentioned in the book. I wanted to make sure they were okay with the mention. I wanted to make sure that it represented what they did and the facts correctly. So some people volunteered to help on the book.
Governor Cuomo still has not disclosed how much he made off of his book. However, he says it will be part of his personal income tax filing, which he will make public. Governor Cuomo is now under investigation over the book he wrote about his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. The state comptroller wants to know if the governor used public resources to help put the book together. Thomas DiNapoli is calling on the state attorney general to look into the matter. When asked about the book yesterday, Governor Cuomo said he asked some people to review it. An artist who creates posters for Broadway shows is giving new life to his old designs. Frank Verlizzo is selling prints of his drafts that didn't make the cut for Broadway. These posters were either rejected or never pitched. Sometimes he beat out his own designs with something else he submitted. The prints are selling for $399 each, and it's all for a good cause. That money will benefit the Broadway Cares Foundation.
We hope you got outside and enjoyed the warm temperatures because things are changing, and those changes start tonight, right, Maria?
It really is hard to beat a day like today where you had temperatures climbing into the 70s, some sunshine, and it will be tough to beat this week, that's for sure, because change is already happening by tonight. A nice evening ahead, though, with partly cloudy skies heading to 10 p.m. Temperatures still into the low 60s and then falling off into the 50s after midnight. We see some chillier weather to the north and west. No surprise, dipping back down into the 30s in Monticello, 45 in Poughkeepsie. We'll see 50 degrees overnight in Merrick. But with those changes, it's not just the temperatures. We're starting to see the clouds roll back in. So what about the showers? Yes, possible to see some showers as we get into the early morning hours, but showers right now, it'll be thunderstorms heading into the afternoon, so be prepared. Some may be on the strong side. We're talking about tracking severe threats heading into later on in the afternoon.
They're quick and slick. Police say 2 women are getting away with thousands in jewelry by taking them right off the necks of other women. Officers say the duo has struck at least twice near Bay Ridge, one of them distracting their mark, the other getting the goods. News 4's Paisy Chang has the details.
In this video that's clear as day, you see 2 women walk up the front steps of a house to talk to this woman.
They were like acting really friendly with my grandma, shaking her hand and everything. And then like right away, they just started like checking around her neck and like seeing what's there.
This man, who doesn't want to be identified, says the woman targeted his 85-year-old grandmother. She backs away from the women as they attempt to put a necklace around her neck.
The younger girl tried to give her this necklace, but like my grandma's like obviously saying no and shaking her head and like waving her hand around.
The grandma protests in Chinese. One woman removes her real necklace. The 2 hurry away, taking off in this white vehicle with a $1,500 necklace. But it's his grandma's lost sense of security that he worries about.
I feel really bad because, you know, she's old. I don't want her to live like that. You know, she should be able to do whatever she wants.
The next day, around 1:30 in the afternoon, just a few blocks away, police say a 68-year-old Asian woman was walking on 64th Street when she was approached by 2 women who proposed a jewelry trade. This time, it was her bracelet. They made the switch and got away. The first victim's grandson hesitated to speak, but agreed to the interview to help prevent similar crimes from happening to other people. He also has an idea why the thieves are targeting Sunset Park.
Usually when this stuff happens, Asian people don't, like, you know, they don't call the cops or they don't really say anything and they just like let it go.
And the grandson told us that his grandmother gave him the rest of the jewelry that she normally wears to put away for safekeeping because she no longer feels safe wearing it in public. Reporting from Sunset Park, Paisy Chang, News 4, New York.
And here's New York Live with what they're working on for us today.
Olivia is a social impact brand that takes the artwork of young creators with disabilities and transforms it into bold fashions. Let's go see what it's all about.
So Olivia is a social impact women's wear brand inspired by the artistic expressions of creators with developmental disabilities. Every collection begins by transforming original artwork created in their art therapy programs into dresses and scarves and beautiful prints across our silhouettes. We also donate 10% of every purchase directly back to the nonprofit art therapy program to help fund more creators and creativity to come.
Well, I love everything that you're doing, so tell me a little bit about the collection.
So when we first launched, we launched primarily with dresses, skirts that you would wear to a wedding or a graduation. Obviously, all of that was canceled. We decided to pivot our business into loungewear. So we've just launched a pajama line, and then something awesome about our brand is that we include a hidden QR code inside every garment. You can scan this code and you can learn about the artists. You can also learn about their nonprofit. And then with every purchase as well, we include a reproduction copy of the original artwork, as well as a biography on that artist.
And I hear one of the artists is actually here in the factory today, right?
Yes, Alan Lee.
How cool is it to see your artwork on the sweatshirt?
It's cool.
So this is your scarf, your mask, and your sweatshirt.
Right.
Alan, great job. Giovanna, if we want to shop the brand, where can we go?
You can find us on our website, which is shopalivia.com.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.